Hi everyone, welcome to World of Clan Wars with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not, and this is a double shot of Tier 10, 10 versus 10 Clan Wars action from the Operation the Arms Race. 2-week campaign, I think it's 2 weeks, 10 versus 10 at Tier 10. This is Life versus Pyro on Prokhorovka, Life versus Pyro, and following up with that will be BAMF versus NZAD on Himmelsdorf. Be a double shot of Tier 10 versus 10 action. The Arms Race, this is the Clan Wars campaign, or the mini campaign. It goes for 2 weeks, and if you're lucky enough to finish, or good enough to finish in the top, I think it's 1100, you get the opportunity to buy yourself a Clan Wars reward tank. With bonds, of course, that's a little bit of a different way that traditionally Wargaming have done the Clan Wars campaign reward tanks. You used to just get them, but now I think the campaign doesn't quite go for so long, and it costs you some bonds to pick it up. 4,000. If you're not lucky enough to be in the top, I think it's 1,100 players to be able to buy the tank for 4,000 bonds. You can, as long as you've participated in the campaign or made the leaderboards, you can bid on an auction for the campaign reward tanks using bonds. Bids start at 4,500 bonds. I don't know how long how high those bids are going to get, because of course it's a new concept, bidding for the Clan Wars reward tanks, and that'll be handy probably for the people who just missed out. I mean, I'd like to see maybe a thing if people just missed out, maybe they get more of an opportunity to bid on the reward tanks. Who knows? I know it can be heartbreaking for people who really try hard to get the Clan Wars reward tanks, but they don't quite get there. And of course, this new system of having an auction using bonds, maybe it's not a bad idea. Maybe they can tweak it so that people who just missed out maybe get a little bit more of a chance to get it, if they can do that any time maybe in future campaigns. Anyway, we're looking at Celestial Ludenberg's point of view. Celestial Ludenberg, he's changed his name to try and make it hard for me to pronounce it. You know, I mean, geez whiz, that's anyway. What are we doing? We are on. We're on Prokhorovka. You can see the Batchat 25T on Pyro's team has got a little bit of attention. Gets another shot from Celestial Ludenberg's WZ1115A. Takes him down to, 340 odd hit points? I think it might have been. There's also an Object 907. Of course, the Object 907, that was one of the most preferred reward tanks for Clan Wars campaigns, but it's one of the ones that won't be available in this campaign. Celestial Ludenberg gets a little bit of attention from the northwest, pings the map to let his teammates know that's where they are, that's where they're shooting from. Of course, they've probably already worked that out, having the medium tanks having taken that whole eastern side of the railway line. They've only found 2 medium tanks up there at A6 and 1 IS-7 in the middle. Of course, processes of elimination, the rest of them must be up there in the northwest somewhere. The score's 0-0. Celestial Ludenberg from Life Clan looking for another shot on my old mate Runaway's brave Sir Robin in the Object 907 on 1,516 hit points. You can see the Super Conquerors playing around there on that ridgeline, but but they're not really getting much. They're not really spotting much. They've just spotted a couple more Super Conquerors, and is this the push from Pyro? I reckon it might be. There's a fair few tanks there, 3 Super Conquerors and an IS-7. Of course, the Batchat and the Object 907 last spotted up there at A6. The Batchat up here not spotting them, and I reckon Pyro have probably worked out that maybe those three medium tanks are still over there in the east, and they might think that this might be a little bit of an overmatch. Let's see what happens. 6 tanks. 6 of the 10 Pyro tanks have been lit. The IS-7, 3 Super Conquerors, the Batchat 25T, and the Object 907 up there at A6. And here comes the Object 2684s. We knew they were going to come. Life bought 2 Object 2684s for a reason, folks, and possibly because they knew that Pyro would probably be doing the same. And there's the big 1-2 line push. Of course, these tanks here will be pushing past those Super Conquerors, and now it's time for Celestial Ludenberg to start pumping some damage out as those Pyro players roll into the Super Conquerors. Tracks the Asthmatic, picks up the kill on the old mate Rune in the Object 2684. That's the first kill. They're winning by 2 tanks now as the Batchat goes down to Defiant Duck. He used to be in NZAD as far as I know. Celestial puts the shot into the Super Conqueror, and that's going to be his job now, just to farm some damage on these Super Conquerors. The Pyros aren't out of it. Pyro haven't lost this yet. They're only down by a tank. 3-2, and here come the 2684s. They're getting ready to smash the hell out of all this stuff. And I think this is probably where Pyro made a, I don't know if it's a mistake or not, but they certainly didn't certainly don't seem to be making head roads into the 2684s. Maybe they should have turned around and taken out this double WZ 115A and maybe treat the 2684s like traditionally you used to treat mouses in Clan Wars. You just leave them for last and then get rid of everything else first. He nearly reset his battle buddy by shooting into Speedster the Athletic in the Object 907. Lucky he had good situational awareness there, and as he drove past his gun, Celestial didn't fire a shot. But a comfortable win in the end, 10-2. Even though it looked like Pyro were really pushing the overmatch there, it didn't quite happen for him. Not on that stage, not at that time anyway. And they'll be back to fight again. Don't you worry about that. A pretty good victory for the boys and girls from Life Clan on Prokhorovka up against Pyro, Celestial Ludenberg. Gee, I wish he'd changed his name back to something a little bit easier. He certainly did well though, 4,336 damage. Plenty of players getting over 2,000 hit points of damage there, and only losing to 2 tanks, 2 Super Conquerors, who, to be fair, they were not in a position to shoot for very long. In fact, the only time these 2 players could shoot is when the Pyro tanks pushed right into them, and of course they were going to be the first. They were going to be the first dead when all those 2684s on Pyro's team rolled into those Super Conquerors. The Super Conquerors, they might have a bit of armour, but they're not as easy. They're easier to penetrate than those 2684s. What did Pyro bring in the end? A couple of 907s, an IS-7, 3 Super Conquerors, 3 2684s. And of course that bat chat, not a bad result. And even though old Celestial was firing gold all day with a premium account, he still made nearly 38,500 credits in that 5.5 minute game. Did have a clan booster going on. I guess if that clan booster wasn't running, it would have been a lot closer to 0. But let's have a look at the second game in this double shot of 10 versus 10 tier 10 action with the arms race campaign, the 2-week campaign at the moment happening on Asia. By the time this video comes out, this campaign will be just about over. So if you've been hanging on to your replays because you don't want to give away your strats, feel free to send them my way and we'll try to make something out of them. Looking at this one, this is BAMF. I'm lucky enough to catch up. Every now and then I catch up with some beers from some of these BAMF blokes. They're very entertaining gentlemen. Oh, I guess gentlemen, I don't know if that's being a little bit too generous. Philharmonic, Filthy Phil as I like to call him sometimes, is in the mouse. Hell of a nice guy. Very funny, very entertaining man. Philharmonic is in the mouse. Have a look at it. He's got, what's that say? Salzburg. It's a skiing village, a skiing town or a skiing city from memory in either Germany or Austria. Could be wrong. All right, we're on Himmelsdorf this time. Now it looks like this is going to be a slow. This is the kind of lineup you bring to Himmelsdorf, don't you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mouses, an IS4. If you thought 5 mouses wasn't enough armor, here I'll give you the IS4. An AMX50B with the old mate Dirty Imbecile. He's a nice guy as well. Just for that burst damage, I guess, of Bat Chat. Mongolian Tadpole Racer. He likes those kinds of tanks. Old Mongolian Tadpole Racer. Sly Guy in the M48 pattern and Brutal in the TVP T5051. So 3 autoloaders on Himmelsdorf. Bit of a bold move, and you can see on the map now, everything's... How's it all looking? All the quick tanks and the autoloaders are up here on the hill, and all the mouses and the IS4 are down the bottom around the square. 2 E100s have been spotted at the bottom of the Banana Road. 2 Object 2684 up on the hill. Did I say NZAD? I meant to say Rebel. Sorry about that, because I saw Defiant Duck in that last replay. I thought I had NZAD on my brain, maybe. Who knows? Anyway, this is BAMF versus Rebel, not BAMF versus NZAD. They're on Himmelsdorf, and Philharmonic, my old mate Philharmonic in the mouse, is just rolling towards these enemy tanks. The Panzer Kampfwagen 7 is the next tank that they've seen, and they're sort of looking his way, looking for a bit of a... Is that the place to... No, it didn't look like that one went through. Lucky the loss, though. He managed to penetrate the... that one. Going to continue to roll towards him. And they can't stop. These guys cannot stop. There's only 4 tanks there now. The IS-7, the Kranwagen, and 113, and of course the... is that 2 IS-7s? No, it's not. Yes, it is. 2 IS-7s. Nothing wrong with my eyesight. 0-0 the score now as Philharmonic continues to roll forward, aiming towards the side of that's the place to... That's where you penetrate the Panzer Kampfwagen 7. Cops 637 hit points of damage for his trouble, though. The IS-7s are there, the Panzer Kampfwagen, the 113. You can see the mouse is pushing into the mouse and the E100s, and the Overmatch is on the hill, so that you'd think that they would clean that up on the hill pretty quickly. Looks like the AMX 50B is going down this way to try and maybe get behind these two tank destroyers. And of course, they're Object 268 version 4s. That's what people like to bring. It doesn't really matter what the map is, does it? Those 268 version 4s, they're going to be anywhere. They're due to be nerfed pretty soon. Philharmonic bounces a shot, puts a shot back into the 113, brings his damage out to 1,471 hit points. He has an IS-7 there. The IS-7 is looking to poke. He'll be hoping the Kranwagen doesn't get behind him. 1-1 is the score as the mouse goes down on the Banana Road. And these guys really need to hurry this up. They really need to get rid of these Object 268 version 4s. Drive past him if you had to. That's what the call's going to be. They need to do that so they can come and help these heavies over this side. Philharmonic, though, still on 2,363 hit points. That's because he's angling his tank very, very nicely, coming around to try and push right into these IS-7s, possibly confident that the Kranwagen's reloading, but he's not going to be reloading forever. Philharmonic bounces the 113 from the Rebel clan, backs up again, waits for that gun to reload. APCR rounds all day long. There's the IS-7 with the new, that's the frontline camouflage on it. Waits to get the right angle. Great, showing great patience there. Puts one into the side of the IS-7, and now he's got a Panzer Kampfwagen behind him. Just got 522 hit points of damage from the Panzer Kampfwagen, the Tier 10 German heavy tank. They're winning 4-1. Are we saying, come on boys, we need you here as quick as you can, because there you go, the mouse kills the Panzer Kampfwagen. Lockie the Lost. Philharmonic rushes his shot there, but they're winning 7-1. Rushes his shot there, doesn't quite penetrate the IS-7 on that occasion. Two IS-7s left. The mouse goes down, and there goes one of the IS-7s. 8-2. What's left? The Kranwagen and the IS-7. The IS-7 on nearly 700 hit points. Kranwagen on pretty low health. Philharmonic saying, hold my beer, I've got this. Looks towards the IS-7. Pops one round into him. It looks like he... not sure if that IS-7's given up or if he's just on a really long reload. But he's gone now to Lockie the Lost in the mouse. And Philharmonic, he will be looking very, very... licking his lips at the prospect of shooting this Kranwagen. He knows he can bounce a shot. Just coming up there to try to engage the cranny, and in the end the M48 Patton gets behind the Kranwagen and kills it. 10-2 the score. Pretty comprehensive victory on Himmelsdorf, BAMF versus Rebels. Let's have a quick look at the battle result. It is not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. Good spread of damage. Bad luck on the mouse who died early, but Lockie the Lost and Philharmonic doing what mouses do best. 9,000 damage between them, and a good spread down below there as well. Not too bad at all. The boys from Rebel, maybe better luck next time. The boys from Rebel, and again, he still made some credits. Maybe 10 versus 10. Maybe you can make more credits 10 versus 10, or maybe you make more credits if the game doesn't go for too long. Not a bad result. There you have it. Life versus PYRO on Prokhorovka, and BAMF versus Rebels on Himmelsdorf. Thank you very much for the replays, lads. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and see you all next time.